People, welcome back to Politics Watch. This is Sir P. Now, after my recent China and America videos, quite a few people have been asking me, then, Sir P, which side you would suggest Jamaica supposed to take, right? And I've been thinking about it, and then, it dawned on me, it's actually an easier decision than I expected it to be. I was thinking I have to go do some deep thoughts, but it's actually a very easy decision. And I'm going to tell you what, in my opinion, which side Jamaica should take if push comes to shove. But before I go into that, let me just say, people, when you hear me talk about these China and America videos and the influence that both countries have in Jamaica, understand this. I am mostly focusing at the national level, at the government level. That is really where most of my focus is. Tell the truth, it's not like me have nothing against a Chinese man will come to Jamaica, come open up shop, right? Even though, let's be realistic, none of them I beat the system, right? None of them now pay the taxes that Jamaican businesses have to be paying, and government don't pressure them as much as all them pressure Jamaican businesses. But at the end of the day, I don't like some me walk around with no feelings, no ill feelings towards no China man. We don't have up nobody, right? So 9 times out of 10 when you hear me talking about China or America, I'm talking about government level people. I'm talking about 116 level, right? Not the local China man I walk up and down on the road, or the local American I walk up and down on the road, right? And if you really look at it, the problems I have with America, for example, is that, in my opinion, America, Uncle Sam, wields too much power over Jamaican politics. For example, let's look at this visa thing. If Uncle Sam can take a 2 visa and cause man feel like retire from post, right? That's too much power for a foreign country have over another, right? Now, in this case, for example, with Vaz and Paul, well, we can say, alright, well, they mix up, right? So people might say, well, they mix up, so they deserve it. Okay, I'll give you that. But ask yourself this question, people. What happens if down the road, we have a leader who isn't mixed up, but he's just vocal, and he's just militant, and he's just calling out certain things him see are going on in America, or how America behave towards Jamaica. Let's say, for example, him say certain things about a president, right? And America does take away him visa, and him have to go left him post. What happens then? Right? So those kind of things, that's troublesome people. So this Vaz and Paul situation might not be a perfect example, because again, people can say they mix up, so they deserve it, fine, right? But I'm thinking down the road, what happens if you have a real leader who is really all about Jamaica and decides to listen? Him not take no bullying, him not take no pressure. This is what me I say, and then Uncle Sam respond by take away him visa, and then know him can't travel, and know what, him have to go look at work. You have to go left politics and do it. Go start drive robot taxi. So that's the problem I have, people, right? So when you talk about America, this is the angle I'm looking at it from. Not what's happening now, but what could happen. You can't have another country with them kind of power over you, right? And as it relates to China, well, the biggest thing really, when it comes down to China, is the trade deficit. The trade deficit between China and Jamaica is too huge, right? All the goods and services and people are coming one way. It's coming from China to Jamaica, right? Jamaica simply isn't exporting enough to China, and China is a billion plus market. There's over 1 billion people in China. If you could sell something to just 10% of that population, hey, forget 10, sell something to just 1% of that population, right? That would have a serious impact on the Jamaican economy. Now, again, Mr. Chin can answer back and say, well, you don't have nothing to sell me. You don't produce nothing, you don't manufacture much, so what you have to sell me? I don't mind that. Okay, right here, but these are still cause for concern, right? It's never a good thing when everything are flow in one direction, because again, that gives that side more power than the other. And in this game, in the international game, leverage is very important. If you don't have it, you're not on a chat. This is why Jamaica don't have no chat on the national stage. This is why so many small countries and developing countries are on a chat, because they are just a bunch of importers. Right? Just buy, consume. Right? So we need to get that trade deficit up. Right? So that's the main thing with China. And again, another thing is, down the road, when things start to get hot, because again, as I tell you, things will get hot, right, between these two countries, Uncle Sam and Uncle Chin, right, I'm making it clear from now, I am 100% against any foreign country having any kind of base in Jamaica. No military base, no military outpost, right, I'm totally against any kind of, so if Uncle Chin feels that down the road, him can come try set up one military post at Jamaica, right, or use Jamaican harbors to dock them ship, I'm totally against any foreign powers having that ability. So let me just make that clear, right? Unless Jamaica is directly involved in that conflict and that country is on our side, that's the only alternative, right? For example, in World War II, some countries that were in the conflict said, you can use our ship because we're in it. But if Jamaica is not involved in nothing like that, and it's very unlikely we would be, totally against any foreign powers, right, having no kind of military outpost in Jamaica. And that doesn't stop at China or America. That applies to everybody. Now, back to the original question. Sir P, which side Jamaica protect? That is what the people have asked me. For me, the answer is very simple. The United States of America. And it should be very simple for everybody. You know why? One word. Diaspora. America is home to more Jamaicans than Jamaica. Right? I think the last time I read there were more Jamaicans in the diaspora than in Jamaica itself. Right? Whether it's actual first generation or second generation immigrants. Right? So it would be foolish to take side against a country that literally has millions of your own citizens. Let's say for example, I'm not Sir P the YouTuber, but Prime Minister Sir P, and a conflict was to arise between Uncle Sam and Uncle Chin, right? And then decide them go 12 rounds like Holyfield and Tyson, right? And I have to pick a side. You can't be neutral, you have to pick a side. Then it's simple. I'd have to pick Uncle Sam's side because that is where my citizens are. It wouldn't even be a case of who have more morals and who have more values and whom I like more. It would simply be a case of self-preservation. Why on earth would I back a country to wipe out a country where I have millions of my citizens? How that would make sense? And anybody tell you otherwise, a madman. How does that make sense? Right now, a lot of the people who are listening to the sound of to this channel right now are literally sitting in America. Right? There might be a few in China here and there, but literally thousands of you, because I can see where most of my subscribers come from. Right? Thousands of my subscribers come from the United States. So that show you America is one of the places that Jamaicans follow the most, if not the most. I know the three biggest is America, UK, and Canada. So how could I back another country in a conflict when that is the country where Jamaicans follow up? It's self-preservation, people. It wouldn't even have to be about morals and values. And it could never be about morals and values because, first of all, we already see how China deal with Hong Kong. Right? Right? So, and that is literally a part of them. Right? And Uncle Sam history long as well. So it's not like we are talking about good versus bad, or we are talking about angels versus devil here. That wouldn't be a part of the decision making, because both of these countries have shaky histories when it comes down to geopolitics and things they've done internally and externally. We know that. This is why I'm telling you, it would have to be a case of self-preservation. This country has millions of my citizens, children, right? Very a long cultural and social ties to my country. How could I ever back another country to destroy it? That's ridiculous. Right? The only way that could have happened are if all of the Jamaican them in America, right, was to jump on a boat, right, a very big banana boat. Right, you know how Teddy Brooks should feel about banana boat already. But if every Jamaican in America was to jump on a boat or a plane and come back to Jamaica, then we can say, well, the two only can destroy themselves in the business. But as long as America is full up of Jamaican citizens by the millions, then for me it's a no-brainer. It would have to be the United States. People, tell me what's your opinion. Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Please like, comment, and share the video. Bless.